Hey there, my name is Ahmed and welcome to the first video on the Juba Farms YouTube channel. We're going to use this platform as a way to take a deeper dive into the topics and subjects we usually cover in our short form videos because we notice there are some customers who like to do a lot more research and take a deeper dive into topics before they make a commitment or investment into camel milk. Because let's face it, camel milk is not cheap, but it truly is an investment once you know what you're really getting. So one of the most common questions we get is, why is camel milk so expensive? Well, there are less than 1,000 camels in the US, and typically when people try to benchmark the price of camel milk, they'll compare it to either cow milk or goat milk, and rightfully so, because they're in the same category and they're on the same shelves in grocery stores, but there are over 9 million dairy cows in the US. So for every 11,250 cows, there's only one camel available to us. Additionally, camels produce over less than half the milk a cow can. Camels can only release milk when their calves drink first. And that's something we love about these camels because we know before we're able to get milk for our customers, their calves were satisfied. And even after that process, the camels will always leave a reserve for their calves. They're truly just beautiful creatures. Another point worth mentioning is how most large-scale dairy farms in the US mistreat their cows. With the mind-blowing 9 million cows across the country number we just mentioned, these farmers often inject cows with hormones to artificially stimulate milk production. This hormone is called bovine somatropin, or BST. It tricks the cow's body into thinking it recently gave birth, allowing the farm to milk the cow year-round. It may sound shocking, but this practice is happening daily in the US. What's more is BST is approved by the FDA, the same agency that prohibits shipping raw milk across state lines. Interesting, right? But it just blows my mind every time. Never in a million years would Juba Farms ever engage in anything even remotely close to that. So you're probably wondering, if it's a supply issue, why not just bring more camels into the US? Well, that process is very, very complicated and expensive. The only country the US government approved to import camels from is Australia. That's good because Australia has plenty of camels. In fact, there are so many camels in Australia that the government has classified them as an invasive species, and they're paying people to shoot them down from helicopters and leaving them to rot in the outback. You can't go to Australia and just collect all these feral camels. They must come from an established farm who has documentation on the health of the camel. And once you purchase from a farmer, you need to charter a plane. And you need to convince an airline that you're going to ship a plane full of camels into the US. If they agree to do it, once they arrive into the US, they must be delivered to a government facility for a 30-day quarantine period and testing period. This entire process will cost millions of dollars, so we're definitely not ready to take on a project of this scale, but we're always looking for ways to make camel milk more accessible to our customers who rely on it. I implore you to continue doing research and learning more about all the options you have available to you, and if you decide to go with Juba Farms, I can guarantee you 3 things. You will receive 100% pure camel milk at the best prices in the US, and your milk will be delivered cold. We'll always stand behind those 3 things. And if anything goes wrong, I promise you, we'll be quick to make it right. Check us out at jubafarms.com. And if you guys have any other questions or topics you want me to cover in this long form style video, I'd be more than happy to comment below, and I promise you I'll make it happen. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I hope you have a great day.